Hey ratbags, it's Jade, welcome to a survival show. Today, a little special mini one again. I have been knee deep on my second channel doing a whole bunch of Grounded content as Grounded has gone 1.0. But I'm just about slipping some time in for you, my survival hardcore fans, talk about Valheim and content incoming with the Mistlands. Nightingale has got another dev blog, we can go over the latest with that game, also coming up next year. And Forever Skies, what's going on? Are they about to release a demo for maybe everyone? Or is this closed demo they've got going on only going to be for people that sign up? Let's go. So Valheim hit the PC Games Pass yesterday. It's available on Windows 10 Store if you want to purchase it that way. I've got to say, it's not as big a news as you would think. If you own a PC, the chances are you've probably bought Valheim on Steam. But somehow if you haven't and you have got Games Pass, the Ultimate Edition, or just the PC version of the Games Pass, you can now download Valheim and try it for free. This went live yesterday. They've got crossplay enabled already. So you will be able to play with your Steam friends, but some of you guys are pretty confused about what's going on. This doesn't mean it's on Xbox. It's not coming out to Xbox until next spring. The Windows 10 version and the subsequent update has just enabled crossplay so that people can play together. There's a bit of a blog about what's going on with the game and how to survive and stuff you've probably already done or will do. And Valheim is absolutely top 3 survival games you can play, or just great game you can play. But more interestingly is this image here. This is what people will be wanting to know about who already own the game. We are finally getting blue mushrooms. It's a bit of a joke that these were in the game files for absolutely ages. Lots of modders used them and you could spawn them in or mess around with them. Well, now they're actually being added. Definitely look like more fungi, and I did show off some of the concept art for these a while ago. But yeah, they're looking pretty good, this brand new screenshot. We've got a brand new axe by the looks of things, a very unique, weird looking one. It's almost like a, I guess, square tomahawk. And seemingly that shield is brand new as well with the same sort of design. I'm absolutely loving a look at this. And again, these are ruins, I do believe. Not something that players have actually created, but these lamps are definitely fairly new. I don't think I've ever seen them before. It might just be part of the ruin structure, but I really hope we can actually place these. I could be wrong. If this is all player made and we're able to somehow put moss on our bases, or maybe it just grows naturally, that would be amazing. But to be honest, judging by this other picture shared by Jonathan Smars, one of the programmer devs at Valheim, you can see there's more ruins at the bottom and it does have all of that moss on it. So never mind. But yeah, very excited about what's going to go on Valheim. I will do a recap video soon, giving you everything we know about the update incoming. And hopefully we can get the devs on board to give us a little talk maybe about what to expect or when the update goes live. And yeah, we'll go over some stuff. We will be able to make our own black marble constructs with the Mistlands update. But yeah, this is really, really cool stuff. And now that Valheim is available on Windows 10 Store, I'm hoping that Mistlands might not be too far off. It makes sense they want to get that stable and get that organised. And if that's the case, in maybe a few weeks' time, we could potentially see the Mistlands arrive on the PTB. Mistlands, of course, is going to be on a test server first, so players will be able to go and give feedback about stuff, and then I'm sure a few weeks later they'll launch it for everyone. So at the very earliest, it could be the end of October, but I'm probably going to say it's probably going to be November that we see Mistlands now. But either way, I can't wait to see what this axe is and this brand new shield, and whether or not we can really truly make stuff like this. And yes, as soon as we get more info about the release date next spring for Xbox, I'll be all over it. I'm going to be covering it like no one else. And next up, Forever Skies. I showed you guys a little demo the other day. Well, it looks like they've sent up a whole batch of demo keys to players. Now, there is a new Steam Fest available right now, and I assumed that maybe they'd be a part of it, but it looks like no, they've got their own closed testing kind of going on first. It's a cool little premise, a cool little good start, and it seems to have adjusted a bunch of stuff already, based on the feedback that myself and a few other tubers gave them. So I'm looking forward to giving the demo another try and seeing what changes they've added. If we get any news about this coming out for everyone to play a demo at the next festival or just on its own, I'll let you guys know. They do have a Google form that you can fill in if you want to take part in the next series of playtests, so I'll leave the link for that in the comment section as well. And Nightingale is carrying on showing stuff off. In fact, they've shown off a few bits of lore and little pictures again on Instagram and stuff like that. Nothing really we haven't seen before. But this is a pretty huge construct that I've not seen in any images or talked about. And you can see the scaffolding literally lined up alongside this giant column. It'd be so cool if we can actually build all that stuff. But if it is a point of interest, wow, it looks great to explore. What this blog is doing is talking about the stuff they're working on, including thunderstorms. Weather seems to be a big part of the game, obviously, as it's one of the things you'll be able to control when you're creating the different realms. If you don't know, Nightingale is based on the concept that you will create cards out the resources that you find, and you can combine these cards to open up portals to different realms, giving a lot of replayability and unique places to explore. And one of them, yeah, is the possibility of weather or environment. So it's really cool. Obviously we've seen it in other games too, but yeah, just it looks really vibrant and makes the world feel more alive. Apparently you might even see these actually hit the ground. So rain confirmed in Nightingale. Now this stuff's really cool, expanding different points of interest that players stumble upon in the Fey realms. We've got this airship hangar. You'll be able to explore and find this out in the world. Now sadly airships won't be coming to the game anytime soon, other than some decorative piece just of environment rather than something you'll interact with. But you never know in the future, it could be something interesting to try and achieve or get to. But yeah, it's looking cool. It's looking like some weird steampunk Wild West setting here on this particular realm. I love the idea of exploring just the ruins of a bustling factory building these airships. Huge amount of detail here, hoping it's filled with nasty creatures to kill and some good loot to find. And this tower looks amazing. You can see some more of that scaffolding. I'm guessing, yeah, it's not player built. It is just all part of the point of interest. And a nice little T-posing character there. Obviously still in production, so don't be too harsh just because some of these things look a bit plain. But absolutely looking fantastic. They're also showing off how they get in their motion action in control, with actors obviously doing all the motion control capture. And we get a closer look at possibly one of the creatures, what might happen if we stun one of them. I really love this idea, this aesthetic of mixing these creatures with sort of mechanical Victorian architecture and design. And it's showing off physics as well. We've got trees just bumbling down the hill, so be careful when you're chopping stuff. It might go a bit further than you first thought. Obviously, I don't think the idea is that every tree has this mechanic in it. Maybe it needs to be turned down a little bit, as it looks like it's been possessed by the devil here. But you get the idea. It's good to see they're not just going to wilt away. It'd be really cool if the trees do hit you. I know it's old kind of from Valheim, but it's still always fun getting squished by a tree when you're not expecting it. So there we go, 3 great games and of course Grounded 1.0. After 7 years of making content, I've just had my second best day ever with views with Grounded's 1.0 on my second channel. I was lucky enough to get a bit of early access to Grounded, so I pumped out the guides ready for day one. If you've not took a look as well, check out my review, which is sitting on like 60,000 views now as well. Grounded's come a long way since its early access launch 2 years ago, and you should absolutely try it if you're a survival fan, RPG or open world fan. Some really cool new stuff has been added part of the 1.0 update, and if you've really not tried it for a good year and a bit, there's so much new content in it. So go and check out my second channel, make sure you're subscribed, and I've got so much more Grounded content to come. And when things die down a bit, I will be returning to hopefully deliver a little bit more balance and having more regular content on my main channel. My plan is to do a lot of live streaming soon, playing whatever survival games you guys want, and then obviously when Valheim hits, I'm going to be covering Mistlands massively on this channel. So there we go, until next time rat bags, I will catch you later.